people, welcome to my channel. I'm Ginny Metheral, an earth magic witch. I'm a 4th generation witch, you know, so I really know my stuff. And I'm here today to talk to you about the top 5 things that a witch has in her kit bag. So she can go around and be a witch wherever she likes, at whatever time of day. Alright, so let's get on with it. The eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog. Little Shakespeare for you there, should you recognise the quote. Just before we get into this video, I wanted to ask you to subscribe so I can make more videos for you. Yes, that's you. And also hit that notification bell and hit that like button so that we all know that I'm marvellous, which I am, obviously. Anyway, thank you very much if you've already subscribed. I'm very happy with you. You're very lovely. I'll send you out some good vibes. Good vibes. Well done for subscribing. So let's move straight in with this video. And number 5, drumroll please, it is crystals. Every good witch has some crystals. And here's a selection of mine. They're lovely, aren't they? Very pretty. Look, I've got lots of quartz and agate. I like these stripy ones that you get. I like stripes. They make me feel happy. So if I was going away from home for a couple of days, say to stay with a friend or maybe in a hotel or wherever, I would take some crystals with me. I would generally I like taking amethyst actually. It's a really good all-round pick-me-up. And I always take carnelians. I can't deny, I love a bunch of carnelians. They've got a really strong energy. They're great for all sorts of different uses. Check out my previous video on what you use crystals for. And I'd also always take my circle casting crystals, which are these hematite, which are these ones, and the clear quartz. And I can align these with a compass point wherever I am to cast a great strong circle. So I can cast some protection around me, some strength around me, give me a little pick-me-up, maybe do some chakra work, maybe do some medium work. Very important to have a circle cast when you're doing medium work. So I generally probably take something about that away with me in a little bag. So that is my number 5 for a witch's kit bag. So straight in, let's see what's at number 4. Next up on the list that hits the number 4 spot is candles, such as these. Candles are brilliant. No witch is really complete without lighting the flame. I always have a flame burning somewhere along the line. It's great for energy, it's really good for cleansing rooms, it's really good for enhancing your spell work, and you can leave a candle burning whilst you go off to the theatre or the cinema or out to dinner or whatever you're doing, and it will keep your spell true and pure. So I normally take with me just a couple of tea lights because they're really portable. I don't mind throwing them away when I've used them. It's not my favourite rose-scented candle like this one. And, you know, you can put them in your bag. Let's face it, space is always at a premium when I go away. I have so much stuff. I mean, not only just clothes, etc., and other things. I have to take all my witch's kit too. Who knew that such things would take up so much room? Anyway, so I like a couple of tea lights. You could use the tea lights in a colour of your choice. I don't necessarily have a great affinity with coloured candles. Lots of witches do. Lots of witches like to have red candles for this sort of spell and black candles for this sort of spell. I'm quite happy with plain white myself. Depends on how you feel, you know, what your affinity is towards candles. So a couple of white tea lights come in for candles at my number 4. So coming straight in for my number 3 spot is, what is this box? Oh my goodness me, it appears to be a box of essential oils. So it is, like, there's some peppermints and what's that one? Some frankincense, and that one's a well-used one. I think it's sandalwood. It's very gloopy, this one, so it sort of runs down the label. What's that one? Clove oil. And this one, oh, I'm so blind, I can't see. Oh, Scots pine. I rather like Scots pine. Great cleanser. Now, essential oils are brilliant and very quick pick-me-up. Put them in a couple of drops in your bath before you go out and they'll revitalise and rejuvenate you. You can use them in a little oil as a rub, as a skin rub. So if you need to rub your back because it's a bit sore, or your feet after you've been dancing all night, great to put a little bit of peppermint oil and rub them into your feet in a solution of olive oil and peppermint oil, obviously, not just pure essential oil, because that might be horrible. Blech, yuck. You never get the smell out, would you? And you can put them in the little tea lights. So when you burn your little tea lights, just put a couple of drops in here and that'll fragrance the room and revitalise and rejuvenate you and be a great pick-me-up and support if you need to do a spell whilst away. I love essential oils. They are basically the modern version of a witch's cauldron. See, in the olden days, the witches would have a cauldron. They'd put all sorts of herbs in it and they'd boil it up and it'd make it into a potion. And these are like sort of ready-made. You don't have to do anything. Brilliant. I mean, who knew? Ready-made potions in a bottle. They're not very expensive. You can buy them on the internet. For varying amounts of money, actually. Some are more expensive than others. The one that I particularly love, because it makes me happy, is neroli rose. And neroli rose tends to be quite expensive, so I'm very sparing with it. But I do take that one away from me. A couple of drops in my bath, couple of drops. I'll massage it into my neck just to give me a little, make me feel better, whatever. So that is my number 3 witch's kit bag. Number 3, essential oils. Getting into that number 2 spot is your tool for divination. Now, this is incredibly personal. I know a witch who never leaves home without her runes. That's not me. I'm not very proficient in runes. I do leave home without them almost continuously. My great-grandmother, who was the first known witch in our family, she never left home without her deck of tarot cards, which she read absolutely constantly. Apparently she was never wrong, much to the amazement of all her family. I mean, I don't remember her because A, she died in the 1950s, and B, I'm not that old, really. I'm not quite young, really. My tool of divination is just a packet of cards. Now, playing cards, they just speak to me. I can understand them. And actually, I never take playing cards away because every single house in the country must have a packet of cards somewhere. Well, every house I've stayed in, and every pub, in fact. So that's what I use. But a tool of divination is always so useful when you're travelling abroad or going out. And in fact, whenever I'm doing anything witchy or going into a meeting of my coven, I'll always have a packet of playing cards with me for those special occasions because you never know when you might need them. And like a Boy Scout, I like to be prepared. Well, I always like to be prepared. I am prepared about 50% of the time, but I like to be prepared always. But finally, we've got that number 1 spot of what a witch has in her kit bag. Mine is, of course, a wand. My wand is so unimpressive. Look at it. It's just a piece of blue glass. I know it's called goldstone, but I like it. I'm just going to go and get my daughter's wand so you can see what she uses. It's a bit different. Wands do come in lots of different shapes and sizes. Hold that thought. Let me go and get it. So this is my daughter's. Isn't it beautiful? It's lovely. It's like a staff, piece of wood, and that's what she uses. So, good for her. She chose it. She picked it carefully. She's had it for a couple of years now, actually, and she does good work with it. So it can be anything, really. I mean, I personally wouldn't have a wand like this because it wouldn't fit in my bag. But whenever my daughter is doing work for herself, she's generally outside, and this makes a great wand. And also, I love the fact that it's wood because it gives you that wood, that nature energy, which is a really powerful and living, breathing energy that you can direct and use to great effect in all of your spells. So, that was my number 1, a wand. I hope you've got a wand. That was my top 5 things you'll find in a witch's kit bag. If you have different ideas, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. And in the meantime, please don't forget to subscribe to the videos so I can make more for you, to tickle that notification bell and do that like button thing. And I will see you in my next video.